What's good, brethren? Earlier today I had a bowl of popcorn, and I got this popcorn maker, and ended up melting some butter, real butter, and putting some oil in there, some garlic powder, seasoned salt. Delicious. So, how is that relevant? Well, it's relevant as to how we need to really sit back and continue to watch. Grab your popcorn, sit back and watch the destruction and the fall of our enemies in this culture. See, I was just sitting back and evaluating things when it comes to everything going on with the war and stuff like that. They're calling this Epstein's war. When you guys watch that movie that I suggest, Wag the Dog, you're really seeing similarly what's going on now. In that movie, you had the president at that time had a scandal with some underage chicks, and next thing you know, or an underage girl, next thing you know, poof, they start a war with Albania, or what was it, Albania or something. And then the okie doke was, hey, there ain't no real war. So that's the same thing with what's going on now, it seems to me. Trump, they got the Epstein files and all that, and Trump is very likely up in there. So he's a master of the okie doke. I would have voted for this dude if he actually, because I was like, if he actually did what he said he was going to do, man, hey, America actually would have, if I cared about America. But if I cared, I would have voted for this country. But I don't care, so I didn't vote. But if I was to vote, it would have been for him because his sales pitch was so good. And basically, Biden, was directing America towards the path where we at right now. So you assume that Trump would do the opposite, right? See, his whole campaign was, hey, you want more of this stuff with Biden, open borders and more war, endless wars? Vote for Biden. If you want real change you can believe in, vote for me. So I'm like, oh, well, yeah, sure, make America great again. This guy, he's all right, man. He's all right. Needless to say, this dude's lied about so many things. He got continue to have fund the war against Russia, continue to fund the genocide of the Arabs and the Palestinian in Palestine and Israel, continue to fund that genocide, your billions of dollars of tax dollars. That's one thing about Americans. Americans are freaking docile. The only thing that'll wake Americans up is when this stuff start hitting home. Now the stuff start hitting home a little bit more with these gas prices raised. It was like, what was it, $2.99. Now it's like $3.79, $3.69. That's like a 80-cent jump where I am. So the dude lied about this, he lied about that. We got to stop all these wars. The nigga start a war with Iran, start a war with Venezuela, kidnap their president, start a war with the Houthis over in Yemen. War. Started a tariff war and everybody. So what you're seeing right now, it's a lot of stuff going on, but God has blessed me to be able to see through the fog and see clearly many things. What you're seeing is a collapse of America and the world really starting to hate America. So that's basically what you're seeing. And the beast shall hate the whore. America is the whore. So the beast is essentially, the NATO, not NATO, but the European countries and stuff. America getting his butt kicked so much in Iran, all their bases have been damaged or destroyed in the UAE, Dubai. So basically, all those bases, United States military bases in the Middle East, have been either destroyed or either been damaged. They radar systems, which let them know if a missile's coming. Many of those have been destroyed by the Iranians. These so-called camel jockeys who, can't do this and can't do that. Well, so now, but see, when you look at the scripture, you see when it says, I think it's the Carmanians, which is, I think, some kind of, it's a part of what now we know as Iran, basically, the Carmanians, along with the dragons of Arabia, meaning the Arabs. They is going to put work in on Babylon, America, when you read Esdras, second Esdras. So this ain't just another little country America go terrorize, bomb some stuff, and take over. Nah, this is a different monster. So you're dealing with prophets. This is literal prophecy happening in front of you. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, dude, this is dope. The Most High said he gonna send a star. He gonna send a sword. He gonna send clouds. Yes, I mean, when you look at a nuclear explosion, a star is like a bomb, a rocket. The wind is the destroying wind, bro, upon Babylon, which is America. It's in the scriptures. So I would suggest, brothers, if you have the wherewithal to get out of this stupid country, you might want to do that before they create the false flag event where it's going to be some epic and lock everything down, and they conveniently already have all the military stuff in place and people somewhat in place, Homeland Security, for when something happens here, right? Again, that's against the Constitution, too. It's like Trump just said, Trump took a dump on the Constitution, bro. He's like, he just wiped his butt with the Constitution. I don't care about that. I'm Emperor Trump. And some people saying the guy's mental state ain't right, but this is literally the scriptures coming to pass. Then you look at, now there's something called the Strait of Hormuz, which is a pathway where I think they said 20 to 30% of the world's oil and natural gas, and number 3, fertilizer comes through there. Yes, I mean, so America too scared to go there because they gonna get their ships bombed again. So it's a lot of stuff you probably ain't hearing on the news, man. You got to go on like different channels to hear some alternative views, man. Like Judging Freedom is one of them. I've been watching him and Gerald Celente. I heard about Judging Freedom from Gerald Celente. I've been watching. That was alternative views, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you look at Fox News, the other thing you're seeing is the Egyptian versus the Egyptian, the whites versus the whites in America. You got people, the first America bombed, killed 170 schoolgirls in Iran. You see me? That's what your American dollar is doing, killing 160 schoolgirls. So America went in and killed the leader of Iran and, 170 schoolgirls. You know what I mean? So, but that ain't nothing compared to what America combined with the state of the Israeli people have been doing in Palestine. They killed like over, 80,000 kids, man. But you don't hear nothing about that on the news, bro. Because, who owns the news? The Jewish people. Who owns the music industry? The ish people. The movie industry. The news. So when you have the power over the media, I think one of them recently bought Twitter or something like that. What was it, TikTok? No, I think it was Twitter. So now you ain't necessarily going to be able to say certain things on it. So you can, that goes to show me that in a time of collapse, let's say that movie, Leave Everything Behind, the one that came out last year. And one of the main things that was very powerful is whatever it was, an EMP or something like that, a power grid down scenario. It was a lack of communications, and nobody knew what was going on. Confusion, you see. These videos that I'm doing, this is for the love of the brethren, man. And a few sisters, I'll say the people of the Most High, male and female. This is a love, man. I love the brethren and the sister. I care. And this is also a benefit to me because I can get some stuff off my chest. But you don't just do this kind of stuff for, it's led by the Spirit, man. So I feel compelled to tell you guys what we got to look forward to in the future. So these movies I suggest you guys watch from time to time is just that, to kind of build your spirit up so you'll know kind of what to expect. Look past the okie doke. When they tell you, oh, yeah, Iran is the most horrible country. No, you got to have the event that could happen here is some kind of 9/11 false flag type of event or another COVID or something. And then a stupid, highly drugged, overweight, mentally ill, stupid Americans who believe everything they hear on TV. They're going to just go with it. Don't expect people to really believe what you're saying. Like, you might know the truth, but the majority of people is in darkness, man. It's like when you play a video game, Mario. I like playing Mario 2 and Mario 3. You like the Mario and Luigi and maybe Toad. You like 3 hero characters and you got a world full of pieces of trash, scallywags, man, that's trying to take a nibble out of you, trying to afflict you here. Demons, man. It's a bunch of Matrix, what do you call them? People that's in the Matrix. Agents. Yes, I mean, this is their world. What does scripture say about the wheat and the tares? The wheat and the tares. See, there's certain people in this world. Oh, this one I want to say also. This kind of wisdom and knowledge, I can see why the scripture would say that wisdom and wit will hide itself. The prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself. See, the times we coming into is that they're going to do I believe they're going to do an information block and blackout and all that kind of stuff. And stop this type of information from getting out there, and we'll be persecuted for the truth. You know what I'm saying? We in the land of the free. That can't happen. Man, please. You think you free, bro? You free as long as you don't say certain things. You free to be a homosexual, free to be a simp, free to be a whore, sure. Free to murder your baby, sure. Free to speak against your government, yeah, to a degree, unless you say certain things. But they're going to compress that and put more pressure on that. So you see dudes like wiping his butt with the Constitution, bro. So, with these type of, take these videos, don't take it for granted, brothers. This is the spirit-led, man. So I just feel compelled to tell y'all, might be some kind of false flag event or something like that, man. And then all bets are off. Oh, Iran did this. Oh, or maybe they'll just do the blackout thing or in a power grid thing and say, oh, Iran did this. You ain't going to know. People ain't. And then what's going to happen is people going to be looking for answers. When their Instagram ain't on no more, the YouTube hoes can't shake their funky butts and get thousands of likes. Yes, I mean, people have not, you have people that have not lived for any extended period of time without a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? And like without the internet. I lived before we had the internet and cell phones. It was benefits and drawbacks to both, man. That's why I like going out in nature and doing walks and stuff. And I do like the tools, the tools that we have. I like my cell phone. You can use it. I'm the recording. You can record video. You can record audio. You can do a whole lot of cool stuff, man. So I like taking photos and stuff. But, you know, and you give you a map. It's a whole lot of cool stuff you can do. So I like both. But I like being away from technology as well. But there's benefits and drawbacks to both. But a lot of people have never experienced nature and just go. I grew up with no cell phone. And the only phone we had was a home phone. You had to catch the person you was trying to reach on the home phone. You know, like try to catch your friends. Hey, bring, you know. And if they didn't pick up, you're like, dang. And then you later on you had caller ID. And then later on they charged us for caller ID and they charged us for voicemail. Yeah, that's right. And they used to charge us for each text message. And they used to charge, well, some of them phones, they charge you per minute talking and stuff. You know, on the actual cell phones when they first came out, the analog joints. So I've experienced a lot, man. A lot of technology is taking place. I remember all these video games from Super Nintendo, Atari, Nintendo, up to what we got now, bro. Virtual reality headsets, man. I ain't really messed with those yet. Anyways, my point is this. People have lived their whole life without even experiencing life without electronics. And these people who are now here in Michigan, when they got a whole bunch of, what do you call it? Weed dispensaries? Marijuana dispensaries, man, because weed is legal here now. Like, dang, man, it used to cost, you know, cats doing time behind weed right now. You know? Now, you can get way more for way less and it's higher quality. And you get it from the government. So you got a whole bunch of, you know, I was thinking about this scenario. Check this out. During the SHTF, you're going to have a whole bunch of hungry people looking for food, looking for water, right? And what if this stuff happened? Think about the mind of a person that smoked weed, right? That's like the worst kind of drug to be on when it's to collapse. For reasons you already probably know. Number one, weed make you hungry. It make your throat dry. You be thirsty and hungry. So you got people that might be addicted or you know, whatever to marijuana, and it's so readily available. So now you got this. It's a lot of different things, little intricate things like that. You got a little, you know, you hungry in a mug. You know, weed gonna make you hungry. You know what I mean? And you know, and make you thirsty. And so, but during the collapse, there's gonna be a lack of food and water. That's a bad. I was just thinking about that. That's a bad combination, man. But I don't know if you ever thought about that, but that's gonna be crazy, man. But right now, leave the world behind. It's gonna be civil war. But yeah, man, Trump has turned the world against America. So, that's what I was meant to say about the, you know, the gas and the oil and all that. See, Iran got America by the balls right now. As we know, as far as we know, Iran does not have a nuclear weapon even yet. But they've been bombing the hell out of America, and that's why America's big ships are not even going within a certain radius of Iran, because allegedly they already hit one of, I think it was Abraham Lincoln or whatever. Well, you know, those big naval ships, fleet ships. They're keeping their asses about 1,000 kilometers, about 1,000 miles away, because those missiles can go that far. You know what I mean? So, but they already done destroyed the majority. You think about what I'm saying, bro. Iran in the last 2 weeks has destroyed almost all of the United States military bases and destroyed their radar systems. But, you know, Americans don't really understand that, because as long as they're able to set the crib, eat, drink, be comfortable, they don't really care. You know, us, we care about what goes on in the world and this and that, you know, because we looking at, all right, this is going to come home to roost. The chicken's going to come home to roost. And you looking at gas prices going go higher, I think, because well, the difference in other countries, the gas prices are already going higher and stuff, but America, because they don't really have a super large reserve of oil and stuff like America does, has a large reserve. But Iran got America by the balls because they got all that oil ain't coming up out of there, and the fertilizer and the natural gas ain't coming up out of there. You try to get up in there, they go bomb you. You see what I mean? So, but the Strait of Hormuz is, Iran controls that, has controlled it. But they letting certain countries come in to get that oil, like China and Russia. Not Russia, they don't need no. They got their own oil. But other countries, so now it's situated. The situation now is that Iran got the leverage. And if America come too close to Iran, they're going to get their ships destroyed. And to bring in a ground force, you're going to have to put the ground force somewhere to enter into Iran. But in order to do that, Iran got missiles and they got drones for your ass. So it ain't really no way that America can really mount an attack and group soldiers together without getting killed. So the Iranians are bombing, because this is an attack on again, let me make this clear. I don't care nothing about Iran. I don't care about these Arabs. I'm just saying, you attack this country. That's what America does. Go around bombing, go around terrorizing, go around taking lands. This is what the white man's modus operandi. It's what his history is. Ain't nobody really punched back. You know what I mean? You had, I can't say nobody, but nobody really punched back effectively, basically neutering them. And the American white man went into this, mainly Trump, went into this war believing he just going to go ahead and kill a leader, you understand me, create some devastation, and the people going to bow down. Nope. Because you got to remember, Iran, Persia has been around for thousands of years. America has been around for about 250 years, technically. So, and it's already, the thing what makes me so excited is that it's already prophesied how and who going to destroy America. Babylon. It's the same country who destroyed Babylon before. The Persians and the Medes. See, God shows you the beginning from the end. He shows you, he got like twofold prophecies. As it was before, it's going to be the same way again. Who defeated Babylon before was the Medes and the Persians. So, who America is dealing with now? The Persians. Who kicking America's ass? The Persians. The only way America can really beat them is like, because also by killing those 170 kids and mass bombing their country, that has galvanized the Iranian people more closer together. Now they got a new, leader or president, whatever, and they lighten American bases up. And in UAE, I got a associate over there. She was talking about she really is dangerous over there, basically, over in Dubai and stuff. So that was a comfort area where everybody went, millionaires. That shit lit up, man. Certain missiles is hitting certain, it was known as a land of plenty, you know what I mean? Opulence. Iran lighting that shit up, man. Some people can't get out of there. I don't know if you're hearing this on the news. And then, so it's a lot going on, man. But you got to look at alternative news sources, man, while they're available, man. But I wouldn't be surprised with some kind of, I would be surprised if it don't be some kind of, type of event that happen here in America that they'll blame on Iran. I think that's the only play that Trump really has is the the Trump card. Because really, your bases are destroyed, meaning you can't deploy troops from your bases because they're going to get their ass lit up with more ballistic missiles. You try to put a large group of soldiers anywhere near Iran, they're going to get their ass lit up by missiles and drones. If you attack Iran's oil production, they're going to attack all the oil production for all the countries, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, gonna light all that shit up. You hit me, I'm gonna hit all y'all. And America can't stop their missiles because the missile protection systems have been destroyed as well. So this may make the Arabs more like, yo, you supposed to be here to protect us, America. And they start activating their cells here in America. And that's also in scripture, man. Man, bro, it's people fighting against one another for lack of food and great tribulation. People ain't got no food here in America. And Americans like to eat. Neighbor gonna be fighting against neighbor, bro. Civil War, like the movie Civil War came out last year, or was it early last year? The year before? Then you had this movie, Leave Everything Behind, Leave the World Behind. So let something like that happen. All Trump can really do at this point, because basically he in trouble, man. They looking at he maybe really actually impeaching him. It could really be a hot summer between now and the midterm election or whatever. I think something gonna happen, bro. That was in October. I think something gonna happen. They're gonna have some kind of event. This is just my guess. Because he can't win. America can't win this war. It's too many pieces to the puzzle. You go in there try to force Iran to do something, they go bomb your ships. You try to deploy troops, they gonna put drones over there and kill them niggas. It's like, what can America? It ain't like with the Iraqi war, and then also I think America only has a total of about 500,000 troops worldwide. So it's going, how you going, man, bruh, America's looking weak right now. Nobody really stood up to the bully now, right? Iran not only punched the bully back, but kicking the bully's ass, destroying all of the bullies, or most of the bullies. Think about this, bro. Destroying all of the bullies' military bases in the Middle East, bro. This is, you really peep game, bro. Peep game. This is the destruction of the American dollar as power, really. And when this stuff really, because where did the American dollar come from? Its power come from, you buy this oil in US dollars or else. And now the Saudis is like, yo, we can't really keep dealing with you because our facilities is getting bombed. And you promised us protection and you ain't delivering. You understand me? So why were you even here? You know what I mean? So now the Arabs is kind of talking to each other. They talking to Russia like, hey, man, what can we do here? Because they want to preserve their kingdoms and stuff, But it's going to go up in flames if they keep going how it is, UAE, it's a whole bunch of rich, oil tycoons and all that, man. They don't want to let. So they like, yo, man, America, y'all got to go, bro. So what I'm saying is this is a different monster but think about all these years that America has been in the Middle East. We talking about decades, bro. Building up those bases for decades and decades. And if any problem, you just have, 50,000 troops ready to go. Now, and they said that the death count is like 7 or 8. Nah, I don't know about that, bro. All these bombs and all these American bases that have been destroyed, and you only got 8 people dead. Again, I don't believe that. That's what you hear in the mainstream media. And one of the planes got accidentally, ran into the other plane and destroyed. Nah, it got shot down probably. But you ain't gonna hear that on the news because they gotta remember he who controls the news and the information controls people's perception, just like that movie. Oh yeah, man, that's what I wanted to add to this too. Just like that movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 90s, Running Man. Dude, brothers, what you seeing, even with this AI stuff, with AI being so, you can make a video like they showed you AI in that movie Running Man. For y'all that don't know, it was a good movie to watch as well. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a helicopter pilot, and he was ordered to shoot, what was it, 200 people or something like that. Just shoot them. And he was told that they are enemy combatants, so take them out. And he refused to take them out. He was like, nah, it's people, it's a food center where everybody keep going to get food. These are regular people looking to get food. He says, I repeat, his superior said, I repeat the order to you. Take them down, now. And he was like, no, I refuse to shoot upon, innocent people, blah, blah, blah. So then, because he didn't take the order and didn't fulfill the order, he was framed by his superior. Bro, y'all gotta watch that. Y'all gotta watch that movie, bro. Running Man. I watched it quite a few times. But that's my point, is that you need the Most High to give you perception of truth and discerning of truth in these days. You read through the BS. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. People are gonna be blinded by the BS, man. It's very deceptive, man. Like, you can create something that ain't even there with AI generated video, bro. And so that's what happened in that movie is they y'all just watch the movie. I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but they I'll tell y'all this part. They made it, I might even watch that tomorrow. But what really happened is that he refused the order. But what they did an AI video back in the 90s, I'm talking about. And they did face mapping and stuff and acted and made a video of him actually doing it, but he didn't do it in real life. It was just a video, AI video. He was gunning these people down and they completely 180 degrees flipped the scenario from what it was. But people seen it on the news. It must be true. It's on the news. It must be true. It's on the news. Right? So at this time, man, we got to really have discernment, man. And ask the Most High to deal with us, man. So that's definitely what's going on, man. It's what you hearing, man, you got to hear alternative views, just like with the COVID stuff, man. They told you this, they told you that, but all you heard was one side of it. And many of the people I was researching and listening to what they were saying, they channels ain't here no more. Because, you know what I mean? Media blackout and, channels just poof, go away. And so I advise y'all to check out, Judging Freedom on YouTube and Gerald Salente. They got different people that go on to these channels and stuff. But I think those is very powerful, man, to get some alternative views. And then the most important view is the scriptures, which, see, even those dudes on those channels, they don't necessarily know the whole truth of the spirit, the scriptures. I'm not saying I do and stuff, but I know enough. But they don't understand how to put it. I might not understand all of the intricate stuff on a military level and all that, which I don't really need to, but I do like it because I like the information and all that stuff. But the bottom line, the macro view, is that the Most High is stripping out Babylon and placing it in its place. One of my sons had a dream about basically the power going to Russia. See what I mean? And so that's basically where the power going to. Russia's going to be, one of the powers of, remember Gog, Magog, Persians, see what I mean? Medes and the Persians. You understand me? That's the area of Russia. You see what I'm saying? And Russia, Russians are European, so part of the beast system. You understand me? What we're really seeing is the beginning of the destruction of Babylon. And everybody in the world hating the whore. The final judgment on the whore, Babylon, is the fire judgment. But before then, you got to see the Civil War movie type of thing. You got to see the whore be destroyed internally. You know what I mean? Prices get high and food is difficult to get, and people start running in and out of people's houses, killing each other. You got to see the purge, basically, in America. Then you see, from my perspective, I mean, hell, you can have the nukes drop, and then everybody be doing that after, scavenging after the few that are left, you know what I mean? But as I read it, it was talking about, just because you read it in a certain order in the scriptures don't mean it's going to happen that order. So, but yeah, man, people going to be fighting and it's going to be civil war, people fighting each other. Oh, that's what I was saying about the price of oil, man, is that eventually goods is going to, see, Americans, man, they're just used to, like me, I ordered early today, I ordered a few hours ago, some stuff from Amazon. Why? Because I presume that something might happen this week where prices go higher. I'm like, let me go get some of these vitamins, some of these herbs and all this stuff, spices. I take turmeric and stuff for my joints and skin and all that. So let me just go ahead and get extra of that because I don't know what's going to happen. I got some cash, a few dollars in cash, physical cash. Because you got money in the bank, but if the bank system, go out, so I got some cash on hand, it's good to have some, in my opinion, some fives, some ones, some tens, because you never know, man. I really assume that the only play, back to what I was saying, like, when food get more high and stuff, you got to think about the diesel trucks and stuff. Now, America ain't really feeling that pain that much because America has a large reserve, but the dollar is losing its power because now they buying oil in Chinese yuan or yuan. They buying in a ruble, and the Iranian, I think, ruble or whatever. They buying oil in their own currencies now because they don't have to go through America no more. You understand me? So you're seeing the power shift. And what made America very powerful is that they was able to force people to buy oil by using the dollar, or else military power, buy it and connections, buy oil in US dollars, or else we're gonna bomb you and call you a terrorist, basically. You understand me? Make up a story. We're gonna okie dokie, you wag the dog, we're gonna create a story, we're gonna make a villain, stupid, fat, passive American people, highly drugged American people don't care anyways because nothing ever happens here. Scripture also says that the mighty men of Babylon are going to forbear to fight. So they're not going to be really, Americans don't really know nothing about nothing happening here. They just see it on TV. Well, whatever, I can still, so the Most High is waiting, setting up, saving the best for last. When stuff started happening out here in the streets, I had dreams and visions about stuff happening on the streets of America and stuff. Mainly just troops, missiles flying, troops. I seen I believe a mushroom cloud. That was over, what was that, Ukraine. I had a few dreams over the years and stuff, but zombies and stuff, So we don't know what these people got under their sleeve, man. My point is that I'm going to tell you this. I ain't making a prediction, but I'm saying prepare your mind that something going to happen. Some kind of heavy false flag, and they go blame it on Russia, blame it on Iran, here on the soils of America. If that don't happen this year, I'll be surprised because Trump got midterm elections. Unless this war turn around for America, I don't see, based on the strategy I'm listening to, I don't see how America can put troops on the ground where Iran got about 1 million troops and then dug in positions. You can bomb them, but, you can bomb them, but how America won the Iraqi war, well, actually, it didn't totally win the Iraqi war. Well, I guess it depends on which one, but they was able to bomb and they had a whole bunch of like 1 million troops or something. I forgot how many troops they already had. But America, remember, this is a war of aggression that Iran didn't even start. This is totally an illegal war. I haven't stopped the white man before, but this is flagrant, bro. So I wouldn't even be surprised if Iran got the nuke. You understand me? I wouldn't even be surprised. I think we at the point where they should. I mean, many people say they should get one. Me, I don't know. I just know what the scriptures say, that they gonna shoot a devastating star from the east, and it's gonna come onto Babylon and cause winds. So when you look at a devastating star, what's that? That cause winds. You see what I mean? Cause strong storms. You know what I mean? So we looking at, man, I don't know when this is gonna take place, but you have to see, in my opinion, you would have to see. But that's what you already seeing as well, brothers. You seeing a kingdom divided. You got J.D. Vance, who advised against this war, as well as Chelsea Gabbard, I think is her name, who is the head of the CIA or intelligence team. She advised Trump against this war, that Iran was not pursuing a nuclear weapon and all that. And, but Trump went ahead with it anyway. So, he listened to his own people. So the only way I can really see this dude getting out of it, bro, is like some kind of false flag event. Because he got to divert people's attention away from the pedophile Epstein files, which he was one of Epstein's friends and stuff. So that's hot. That I can't see Trump with remember, because scriptures say pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. I can't see this man with all this pride take the L and walk away, because America is losing. But with the power of the media, the average American's too stupid and uninformed and don't care, and too busy, taking their medications and, watching, shows and stuff, and too entertained and eating. They don't want to look at the truth, man. So I wouldn't really share this information with too many people unless you already know that they have that kind of mentality that they're going to be searching for truth. Most people don't. They just comfortable. They ain't going to really rise up or nothing until the lack of food, man. So, I don't know. I just want to kick it with you, brethren, and all to you chicks, man, the few sisters, you bros need to, y'all better choose up on some of these brothers out here, and if you got a man already, shut the hell up and make his life easier, because you bros gonna need a man. Now they talking about maybe installing a military draft. Will that happen? Possibly. Because, again, we don't know. We don't know what is going to happen next. But we know what the scriptures say. And scriptures say your man's going to die in the wars. A lot of you women's, a lot of these women don't have no man. They got men. And also say her helpers shall die in the wars. But all of her, those that basically used to her lovers, is going to despise her. You got women walking around, all sensual and sexual, and yoga pants and yoga panties and shit on, and just walking around like a female dog in heat, and got these male dogs sniffing behind them. The parallel to that is these simps sniffing behind these hoes. She say jump, he say row, how high. Bitch made niggas, man. These dudes is gonna be the dudes out here breaking in, and some of them gonna be, if we have a draft, they'll be called out to war. Some of them gonna get caught out in the Civil War. And a lot of you hoes gonna be left alone. A lot of you bros a lot of these dudes is gonna be running through you. The ones that you have sniffing around you, your orbiting simps, they gonna be running through you, man. They're going to be orbiting, waiting for their turn to run in you. So having a lot of men around right now, you can be worshipped by these dudes. But in the future, when the stuff hit the fan, see, these women, that's a whole nother dynamic, but these women never had a lot of them never had a masculine man and never been under a man's authority ever in their whole entire life. So they don't even know nothing about no masculinity. These bitches be arguing and fighting literally with police officers. What can you do with a female who got the balls to fight against a police officer? And I ain't just talking about arguing, I'm talking about literally fighting. She don't even fear a person that can actually put her in the ground. Put a bullet in her weave. Bruh. I seen some Karens too, man. Keishas and Karens. So these women have lived so much of an easy life, bro. And then let's see what the scripture says as well. Like, basically as easy a life as she lived in ease, give her the reverse, give her double of the bad. So as easily as a life as she lived, make her pain and misery twice as bad as the good that she got. Oh God. And that's talking about Babylon in general. You know what I mean? Because America in general had like an easy existence. They ain't really had no wars here other than, what was it, the attack on Pearl Harbor. I'm talking about the mainland here in America, man. So, and that was a military attack on the military. Post out there in, was it Hawaii? I'm talking about on the mainland. What since the Civil War, what has happened? 9/11, which many people saying was an inside job and this and that. I ain't gonna really argue that, but that's America. America is the land of milk and honey, and they don't know nothing except life of ease, especially the women. So the Most High is going to strip these, look at Isaiah 3, the Most High going to strip these broads down off of that easy life, just like he's going to strip America down off of it. But, so her lovers are going to despise her. A lot of these dudes going to be knowing these chicks' locations, man, when they be wearing they tight clothes and all that stuff, bending over and, doing all kind of sexy stuff, and some luscious lips, puckering and kissing it like a duck, you know what I mean? So they got a whole bunch of orbiting simps worshiping them, or chronically masturbating to these chicks, and worshiping, and wishing that they could get with her, you know what I mean? Stalking her. So a lot of you women, you got yourselves out there, man, as a piece of meat. You can do all that stuff because there's a protection system called 911 here in America. But what you gonna do if you watch the movie? See, this is the thing about women, man. They not forward thinking, man. They're not really meant to really think about the pluses and minuses of things. They just meant to be told what to do, what they can't do. You know what I mean? Guided and protected, instructed, and forced into either socially or whatever, into how she's supposed to conduct herself, socially forced. But in America, the society, she ain't so she socially encouraged to be an ultra whore in America. So that's what she been, which is why it's very rare to even find a decent chick, primarily, because they primarily socialize to be prostitutes, either prostitutes for money or prostitutes just for have fun. So fun girls, public women, you know what I mean? So the whole dynamic is Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion, and whoredom, an easy life. I'm going to Dubai. Like I said, this chick over there in Dubai, I was talking to earlier, and she like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Not my problem. I just wanted to really talk to her to see how things are going over there. you know, bitch scared, man. He did a video. Her hair ain't looking like you used. Where your wig? Where your weave at? You know what I mean? Where your slick down braids? This chick talking about she sending me photos of food she prepared and all. Okay, whatever. Okay, sure. This is another bitch I was talking to, and she said, "Nah, I'm not really interested." What she say? What she say? She was interested, but she wasn't interested in me, as I told her I'm into polygyny. And I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. No, I'm not interested in that, this and that. Then, like a few days ago, the bitch, when this stuff started going off, this is what I'm talking about, brothers. When the stuff started going off with Iran and her ass is trapped in Dubai, this bitch talking about, well, polygyny. I didn't ask her about polygyny. I just said, I'm asking her how things going on. I'm getting information, intel. She was like, if you have polygamy, you have to make sure that the girls go to, what she say? Go to the clinic and stuff like that, and hinting that now she's open to it. Like, I didn't contact you about it. I don't care if you die or live. But I'm going to get that intel. It's like, tell the brother. That was funny, man. She left a long message. You got to make sure that they, and this and that. I'm like, why are you concerned about that? I'm not even considering you like that no more. You already done showed me who you were. You ain't with it. Oh, now bombs is dropping. Oh, now you with it. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, a lot of you broads, man, reality gonna set in. See, these words a lot of women don't really respect God's word. They don't respect God. They just look at him as like another genie in a bottle simp to pop up and just like all men in her life pop up and fulfill her wishes type thing, you know what I mean? She believed herself to be God because she got all these worshipers, these simps who worship her. Her lovers are going during the collapse. They're going to be raping her and killing her. And some of these dudes, if you got cannibalism, man, they're going to be trying to eat this bitch and that big ass. So it's a lot of bad stuff going to start happening to you chicks, man. You know what I mean? Nigga, he like chicken legs and thighs, he like Keisha legs and thighs. Yeah, if you get hungry enough, you know what I mean? Scripture talk about that, man. Famine, bro. What do your average American people know about missing a meal and famine? What do they know about continuous terrorist attacks happening here in America? People don't know nothing about that. If you live in the hood, you know about niggas getting killed, but famine, none of us really know about that. But if you prepare your mind for it, you'd be more knowing, and you do some studying and stuff like that, you will have it, and you understand that it's going to happen, you ahead of the game. Yeah, but a lot of these broads, man, hey, stick with your man and shut the hell up. Close down your Instagram and don't be so social out here. And get a man and shut the hell up, man. Yeah, you ain't gotta choose me. I don't even want. I'm gonna get what the Most High want from me. You know what I mean? But I don't really care, man, about you people. I don't care about you chicks, man. Well, I care about the sisters, but the majority of these women ain't sisters, so I don't really care about them. But that don't mean they ain't gonna come knocking. Cause see, these women know the certain type of dudes that they can manipulate. Stupid niggas they can agitate and manipulate. They know a certain type of men because essentially women survive because they know a certain type of men. They survive because men help them in their life. But certain type of men, like say a self-respecting, say a masculine-minded man, he not going to be putting up with stuff from certain type of women. He not a goofy, dumb dude that's going to be easily manipulated by some bitch because she got a fat ass and titties. No, you have to bow your ass down and follow instructions. And so most women ain't trying to, most Western women, it's not trying, modern, westernized, feminist women, they ain't trying to be told what to do by no man. You're controlling. See, in those days, you're going to be looking for a man to control the situation, tell you what to do, because you ain't going to know what the hell to do. Bombs dropping, people breaking in people's houses. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? You ain't going to know nothing. You ain't been sitting around evaluating nothing. You ain't been under the authority and the teaching of a man. You don't know anything. All you know is to walk around with a big ass and have these stupid simps orbit around you and fulfill your will. All you know is to dominate dudes. And so when the stuff hit the fan, a lot of these simps, all they know is to worship bitches. So when the stuff hit the fan, you going to send these simple, stupid dudes out there, and they go try to go get you some food. Why? Because that's what these dudes been doing. And you going to send them niggas out there to their deaths. While brothers like me and other brothers are going to be like, fuck that bitch, man. Let that bitch die, man. Let her simps protect this dude, man. Why should I protect something I don't control? And stuff hitting the fan. I don't know bitch, I don't know you. You didn't put your bid in before the stuff hit the fan. So a lot of brothers are gonna be hidden. We're gonna be hidden, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when the stuff, if we get real hot and spicy, we might have to leave our houses. We might have to, it could be a fire. It could be this block is being overrun by marauders. You ain't got enough bullets to shoot 20 people. It could be this, it could be that, it could be a military, taking over this area, whatever. And you might have to leave your house. So it's a variety of reasons. But now you just out there into the hands of the Most High, into the elements. You don't, at that point, you're out there to the graces of God. But a lot of brothers ain't going to be available like that. Because, like, my plan is to be bunkered in. It pretty much any situation that takes place, my plan would be to bunker in and, if it be a nuke, I know where I'm going to go. I mean, if I don't get evaporated. But again, if I do, I'm going to heaven. So it is what it is. But my point is I'm actually looking ahead to the possibilities of this stuff. Whereas most women ain't really thinking about that stuff. Because you got to have foresight to really see and understand that stuff. So, I just want to talk about them chicks real quick. Because they don't know nothing about hardship, man. So, Americanized woman, they don't know nothing about bombings and famine and people fighting each other. And, all they know is how to send niggas to go out to go fight other dudes and get them niggas killed. By a life of luxury. This is a warning to you hoes, man. But to the sisters, if you a decent chick, stay decent to your man, make his life easier. Most men ain't gonna get rid of you. Most men, if you doing them right, he gonna stick by you. So stick right by your man. And that's it for the chicks. But anyways, I just wanted to kick this video out there to the brethren and a few sisters out there and prepare your mind, man. I see, they was talking about like things becoming more expensive and stuff because fuel shortages and all that kind of stuff. We'll see how this war go, man. But just watch alternative type of things, man, and ask God too, man. More importantly, but the main thing is that this, to me, seems like the collapse of American empire. To me, it seems, because you can see these pieces to the puzzle, but you got to filter it through the scriptures. It says that the beast shall hate the whore, man. Everybody pretty much hate America, bro. Like, its partners, they'll say Trump was trying to get its partners to, Germany, France, the UK, Australia to join America in this mission against Iran to open up, to basically fight Iran, open up the Strait of, take possession of the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is like an area where all these ships, thousands of ships and stuff, or hundreds a day or whatever, go there to get oil, go there to get supplies in this area. And then, but it's a condensed area, condensed waterway. So you go in there, you get your fuel, whatever, you get your natural gas, you get your fertilizer, whatever. It's like, you know, and then you leave with your supplies and stuff. But if you, now Iran has it that if you ain't cool with them, they're going to bomb your ass. So America's, some of America's ships, tankers have already got bombed and destroyed. So now they put their bigger ships further away from Iran. You know what I mean? So, but Iran, whoever is cool with Iran, like China, Russia, and other countries, they making deals with Iran. Like, hey, can we come through, basically? Can we come through the straits and get our supplies? And Iran's like, yeah, come on through. You know, you got to pay X amount of dollars, whatever. So America is like trying to take over that strait area, take over this waterway. But that's a very powerful tool. So the other countries is bowing down. So France wants some of that oil and them supplies. Germany wants some of that because, that's what I wanted to say also. Europe is hurting. As I understand, what was it? Yeah, I guess it depends. See, Europe itself don't have a lot of, America got a whole bunch of natural gas and oil, but Europe itself does not have a bunch of supplies like that. They was getting oil from Russia till America blew up the pipeline. Nord Stream 1, I think. But because they wanted them to buy oil from America. Natural gas, I believe, as well. So now Iran got America and the world basically by the balls. Like, you want to play ball, we'll let you through, but you got to be basically you got to be cool. You can come through. If you ain't cool, if you're a European country, you ain't coming through. So America's allies, Britain, and different European white countries, they ain't able to go through there because they'll get their ships bombed. You understand me? So basically the leverage is in Iranians' power in their hand. They win in this war. They already destroyed the United States bases, many of them, destroyed their ability to defend themselves, and destroyed the radar systems. All the stuff that gave America power in that region, Iran destroyed it. So I can't see America just taking his L, bro. I mean, so then you have, as I understand, the United States asking for a ceasefire and all that shit. All they're going to do with the ceasefire is come back a few weeks and months later and try to do some more damage. It's all, but anyways, I just wanted to say that you have those different European countries, France, Germany, Britain, UK, Australia, who have denied wanting, like, in other words, Trump called them up and said, hey, let's go get this oil, basically, and open up the Strait of Hormuz. And basically they all said, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. And he called up Japan. But if everything was going good, why you need them to come with you to open up the Strait of Hormuz? I thought you already destroyed Iran's shit and they ain't got they through. So clearly what they saying on the media is lies. But that's not really nothing out of the ordinary. It's Donald Trump. So that's where we at, man. As I have understood it, man, you got Iran is basically got the missiles to keep, and these ain't even nukes. I don't even think they need a nuke. But I think that I mean, look what all they doing without a nuke, man. They destroyed all America's bases, military bases. Well, not all of them, but they targeted all of them, most of them. Destroyed their radar systems, bombing the hell out of the state of Israel, the Ish people. A ceasefire, I don't see a benefit in a ceasefire for Iran. You ask for a ceasefire when you're getting your ass kicked. So America's talking about a ceasefire. Why would he do a ceasefire? Why? Nah, so whatever, man. I'm just over-evaluating this stuff. But yeah, America's allies have said basically, nah, we're not going to go with you on this one. Because what's going to happen is they going to get their shit destroyed. Because they go up there and try to bully Iran in their neighborhood. You going to give us this oil. Ship going to go up in flames, bro. So it's an interesting dynamic, man. Interesting. When I look at the strategy behind it, it's like, then it's all kind of other stuff. I don't even want to talk about that. But America tried to use the Kurdish people to go in as a military against the Iranians. And the Kurds said, nah, we good on that. So they try to, it's like the world is turning against America is what I'm saying. But you got to put these pieces together, and you're not going to really, a lot of times, get these pieces from the news because all they're going to tell you, oh, America's doing this and that, and Iran is capitulating. Oh, and this, like I said, I don't care about Iran. I care about the Most High's word and to see what's going on, truthfully. I don't like being lied to about stuff, man. I want to know what's really going on. Then I can hear the stuff from Fox News, which is going to be the standard whitewash bullshit. And then I can look through the alternative media. And then more importantly, I really filter all that through the scriptures. Then you can see what's real. So anyways, man, I ain't want to hold you brothers up too long, man. I just wanted to talk about these various topics. I think I covered everything, man. But brothers, just... Oh, man, it was another thing. Check this out. I was, how I say, the Arabs here in Detroit, well, Dearborn, is the highest number of Muslims or Arabs outside of the Middle East. And I've been noticing, man, I drove through the Muslim community, something like that, a week or two back, when the leader of Iran passed. He was like a Muslim leader or something. So a whole bunch of these, while I was driving, this had to be a sign the guy gave me. Let me know, all right, what time it is. Okay, they're going to probably start doing attacks or something here. Maybe, But anyway, I'm driving through and I'm like, all these people came out of the church, the Muslim church or mosque with black clothes on or something like that. I think there was, like a funeral or something like that. But ever since then, man, now that's there, but when I go to a local liquor store and also a local Arab grocery store, it's like I see the countenance of this one dude. He an Arab dude, Chaldean or whatever. He done changed. Like, he ain't the same. Like, he usually cheerful and all that. Now he's like kind of, he ain't as nice. You know what I mean? He's kind of like he be thinking about stuff. And then also this other Arab dude, he's a fat Arab dude at the liquor store. I be catching him talking to himself. I'm like, he talking to himself, he talking to the earpiece. But he don't usually be like that. You know what I mean? He usually be, so I'm like, all right, man. It might get hot and spicy here in Detroit, boy. Because you got a whole bunch of, and then, this is one of the richest, one of the richest states in the country. But man, now I'm like, man, it might be a doggone attack up in this month. But I gotta prepare my mind for that. Step 1, get the hell out of here if you can. Step 2, prepare your mind. Prepare your physical, mental, and spiritual. You know what I mean? You might, hey man, you can't be too afraid if you have to see your maker anyway. So that's something I was thinking about. I just want to point it out, man. I don't know. We had to, oh, dude. I just thought I posted that on the community section, but I'll say it here as well. I think it was a Muslim dude. He drove his car into one of the biggest Jewish synagogues and Jewish churches here in it was Bloomfield Hills or West Bloomfield. That's where a lot of Jewish folks, rich folk live. Some of them movie producers too, up here where I live. So, so we got a lot of Arabs and a lot of Jewish people, man. But he drove the Arab dude. I think he drove his car in there and exploded and that's a terrorist attack. I ain't even really look into it that much, but yeah, he drove that mug up in there to the synagogue and blew that mug up. So that's a terrorist attack. And that was like a week after I said, brothers, it's probably gonna be some terror. A few days after I said that. So man, I haven't really been following it that much, but I anticipate more attacks like that. And I thought about it, I said, man, and this was after America started this illegal war against Iran. I don't care about them anyway, but I'm not, look, the black man, we got more problems here. Anyways, I'm just still evaluating everything though. We got our own problems. But I think that America went over their country, bombed their stuff, killed some of their children and all that. But you got these Arabs here and you bombing their schools and children and hospitals over there in their home country. So you put one and one together, make two. So clearly you're going to have some kind of attacks here on this soil. And I think the FBI said that it's probably going to be some terrorist attacks. That might be why wouldn't it be? It just makes common sense. You bombing these schools, but yet you let their Muslim and Arab relatives, man, it's a bad mix, bro. You let all these illegal aliens over here from countries you don't even know where they're from, and what do you call them, refugees created by America, and you let them up in your country. Man, but also filter through the scriptures. It say that the Most High is going to fill this place with men as with caterpillars. So this place is already filled with caterpillar. What a caterpillar do is like a tree to a tree. It devoured a tree. When the caterpillars hatch, they eating their way out, and these terrorists or whatever is probably going to devour America. It's very clear. So I'd say, man, I'm not saying all this stuff to scare you, man, because I'm not scared. One brother asked me, "Am I scared?" I said, "Nah, man. I fear the Most High, but this is exciting to me, man. It's like, dang, man, stuff's gonna start happening from the scriptures, bro. I guess I shouldn't be scared, but I'm not, but man, I'm scared if I gotta stay good with God. You know what I mean? Then I'd be cool. No matter what, man, you gotta see your maker anyway. Whether you die in your sleep or you die getting shot or you die in a car accident, one way or the other you're gonna die unless you get translated. Or you die from a terrorist attack. I'm not fearful of that, man. Because it's supposed to happen in this country based on what scripture's saying and based on logic. You open the borders to all these people. You don't know who they is. They undocumented. And you think that none of these people are bad folk who people you bombing their people in another country, you kill their people. I mean, bruh, you got sympathizers over here. I don't know how. I'm just, bruh. This is a hot year already, bro. I'm just like sitting back, seeing what the hell gonna happen because this is pretty intense. But what do you say? Fear not. Fear not, brother. Peace.